Hey yo, what's up? Oh bro, you're back in the car, back with the voice. So yeah, I just got back home. Not really, but I kind of wanted to make somewhat of an update on an experience that I had today. I didn't plan on making a video. I haven't actually made a video in a while, just because I was busy with work. Right? Oh man, wage slaving's the worst, bro. Right? It's so much easier to be a NEET. To some extent, it kind of is, right? Who wouldn't love to be a NEET and mooch off the government, right? But whatever. The main point of this update video was how I got reminded how I am not desirable to women and how relationships are a normal part of life for other people, not for me. Relationships just aren't a normal part of life. And that seems normal to me because it's my own worldview. It's what I'm constantly surrounded by, right? It's what I constantly experience. So it just seems like the normal thing. Whenever I see other people and I'm not really thinking about it deeply, I almost just like how other people do that, right? They assume, oh, bro, you don't get laid, you must be depressed. I kind of almost do the same. Oh, I see someone by themselves. I almost assume they also don't have a relationship, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Because let's just get to the main point. I saw one of my Planet Fitness crushes today, and it kind of well, there's a couple things. There's unimportant details that I guess I won't get into because it's taken too long. But the first of all, right? So I haven't been to this Planet Fitness in about maybe like a week or so. So it's been a while. It seems like it's been a while to me. So, and it's a weekend, which honestly I go a bit later on the weekends because I decide to walk my dog before because it opens up a bit later on the weekends, and for the guilty pleasure of obviously there's a higher chance of a cute girl showing up later because I know how normies are. Normies will go to sleep late, and they'll wake up later on the weekends, right? They're not like, oh bro, you're a Sigma grind set at 4 a.m. even on the weekends. It's over, bro. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I do wake up at like 3:30. I guess not 3:30 usually. Usually around 4 a.m. on the weekends, just to do stuff and then walk the dog. But whatever. So I see her then. I see that she's there, and one of the and they're one of the brutal things, right, is that I see that she's working on some equipment next to was it not next to me, but near somewhere where I needed to walk. And the most brutal thing is, I see that she kind of like turns to the side and then she looks in my direction, just in the way that everyone looks in a direction when someone else shows up into a room. She sees that and then she like not just casually, oh, walks away, but like bolts, like I'm out of here, bro. It's like legitimate, like moving with intention and conviction. Like I'm GTFO, bro. She moved out like that. And then I thought, damn, I thought at that point, it's like, it's over, bro. It's like, I didn't do, like, it's like, it goes back to like the bookstore dating advice. Merely existing and being in a place where I have the right to be there, right? Other people say, "Oh, bro, you don't have the right," but it's like I do. If I paid the membership, right? If if they are taking money out of my credit card, and I'm paying that membership, I have the right to be there, right? That's just how it is. Whether other other women like it or not, unfortunately for them, I have the right to exist in that space too. And the thing is, it's like I'm not even doing anything malicious, right? I'm just existing and walking to use something that I wanted to use. Not something that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow this, whatever. No. It's like, it just happenstance that, she was there and then but it's just crazy. Just not just a casual walk away where it's like, oh man, I can maybe convince myself, oh, it's just coincidence, bro. No, it's like she sees me and bam, out of there. Like, speed walking out of there. It's like, that's how I know. It's like, bro, it's over. And later on at the end, it was just by terrible luck that we would both have to walk out at the same time, right? And it's like it was just terrible luck because I decided I went into the locker room, to pee and then wash my hands and all this and leave the gym. So it's like I didn't know she was there. So you can't even cope with, oh bro, you're trying to like leave at the same time to like, oh hey, whatever, some cope statement, right? Because I know some guys will do that, right? I've seen that advice on Reddit. Oh bro, just leave at the same time as the girl you have a crush on, and then you can talk, right? Because you're both not wearing headphones or whatever, right? And you're both not working out, whatever, right? Whatever, right? So, just by circumstance, by terrible luck. Some guys say it's good luck, but to me, it's terrible luck. After I saw she's definitely not interested, you know, that way. And then, yeah, we walk out, and then, unfortunately for her, she had to walk out in front of me. So, I guess she did the publicly polite thing and, and held the door or whatever open. So it's like I said, thank you, whatever. But she didn't make eye contact or anything, right? Because like I was mentally prepared to, it's like, okay, I'll just make eye contact and say thank you. It's like whatever. And so I do that, and then by other unlucky circumstance, right? You won't even believe it. Like we had parked next to each other, and I guess I had shown up before her because I didn't know that was her car next to mine, right? And then yeah, just bad luck, right? It's like, oh, bro, it's like it's meant to be, but it wasn't meant to be because the way she ran off like that, right? And then here's the real brutal part where even if we could say cope and say, oh, bro, she's just nervous, right? She's intimidated. We can cope so hard like that, but no. That's when I noticed it's like, because she didn't have any tint on her car. So I just looked in the back seat, when I was walking towards my car. You know how it is. You always look in other people's back seats and into other people's cars to see, well, what do other people have in their car, just out of curiosity, just to make judgments on other people, right? Because, I mean, I'll admit I'll do it, right? Some other people say, oh no, I don't judge people, but it's like everyone judges people. I look in the back seat, and you know what I saw? The truly brutal thing. It may not mean anything to most people, but like it means a lot to me. It signifies a lot to me. I saw a box of diapers, and that's how I knew it was over, right? So it doesn't make her stop being like physically attractive, right? But at that point it's like, all right, it's like even if the girl's hot, it's like, it's over, right? It's like you just gotta, there's not gonna be any more like, attraction. It's like whatever. It's just like a whatever, an off limits hot girl. Not that not that any girl is ever on limits, right? Because we all know when you're undesirable, it's a cope to think, oh yeah, bro, I totally can ask her out, bro. It's like I already know every single woman is off limits because every single woman is out of my league. But it's for the people that don't understand, right? She had diapers. That means she probably has a kid. So either one of two things. Either she's a single mom, or she already has a boyfriend, or is married, or whatever, right? And that's just so brutal to think about, right? And because it comes to the other thing that relationships and like having babies and like sleeping with each other, because that's how are babies made, right? That means some guy, had a bam cream pie. That guy's more of a clown than me, right? He actually got, what clowns do? They always throw those cream pies in the face, right? Some guy, other guys who sleep with women who fucking, cream. I guess it's not really a cream pie, right? If they just finish on the face, right? It's like a, it's like a facial. But you understand what I'm saying, for the lack of better term. You know how clowns throw that cream pie in someone's face? These guys who sleep with women probably, cream pie her face, right? It's over, bro. It's like, it's over when you can't even fraud being a clown, your own channel mascot. You can't even fraud that, right? Because real clowns cream pie, and I don't. I just live a clown life, and I guess I'm just a wannabe clown, right? It's like I can't even cream, because yeah, like I said before, the one time I had a chance, because the girl that I met with, she didn't want me to use a condom, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I want you to feel how it feels like to just finish in me." And but I was really tempting in the like, in what while I was texting her. It's like, yeah, it sounds, and like beforehand, it's like, it does sound really tempting, but I was like, oh no, I'm too. I guess I was either too stupid or too rational, or whatever you want to call it, right? It was like, nah, I gotta use a condom, because it's just too risky to ever risk a pregnancy, right? Especially when you don't want to have kids, especially when I guess we barely even, I guess, kind of know each other. We've only known each other for like maybe like a bit over a month, and I don't even know. Maybe it would have been better. Maybe the relationship would have worked out if I just cream pied her, bro. It's like, but nope, I'm too much of a, oh, bro, you're too much of a good person or whatever, right? And you just have to not cream pie her. But the diapers again, going back to that. I should have turned on the AC in the car, because it's actually pretty warm for a February day today. It's like high 70s, so the car's actually pretty warm. Oh, bro, you're a hot guy. It's like it's for probably the first time in a lot of months, I'm finally a hot guy, right? Literally, because I'm starting to feel kind of sweaty. So yeah, the diapers means she got cream pied, because she has a kid probably, and isn't that so brutal to think about, how all these girls that if you're a guy and you don't get any, and you see some woman you like, odds are, to her, sleeping with guys, or even having a kid, or having a boyfriend or a husband, all this stuff, it's a completely normal part of life, that it just kind of happens. They don't really have to give it so much thought, as like, wow, will it ever really happen? Like, or because maybe they can think, oh, will it ever really happen with a guy I actually like, or a true dream guy, perfect or whatever, like, like, I don't know, 6'5". Oh, you should said 6'7", bro. What is it? A millionaire with like an 8-inch non-bone pressed D, um, full head of hair, perfect facial bone structure, all this stuff, right? They can think about it that way, like, oh, maybe it'll happen. But it's different from the perspective of a guy, where it's like, can it even happen at all with anyone, right? That because that's the case, right? Because so I could even think about it like that, right? Oh, she's a single mom. Well, let's think about it like, let's assume for some reason she's not with a boyfriend, and she's not married or whatever, and she's a single mom. Even then, the reaction from her, right, of just GTFOing, right, already shows that I'm not even considered an option, right? Isn't that so brutal to think about? You know, where it's totally a cope to, I guess, because she's not an overweight single mom, right? Like, I mean, obviously, yeah, if she's hot, like, I can see why some guy would want to creep by, right? It's like, to be honest, like, right, it's like, you almost can't even blame the guy, right? It's like, oh yeah, she's hot, and it's like she'll let you. It's like, I guess, yeah, right. It is what it is, right? Um, but yeah, it's like I'm not even. You're not. It's so brutal when you're not even an option, right? It's like that's how you know it's over, you know. And it's also over because it just shows how normal relationships and all this relationship adjacent stuff really is. Because I wasn't even thinking about that kind of stuff when whenever I see any attractive girl I have a crush on, right? It's like I don't think about them having relationships or being in relationships or any of that kind of stuff. I just see her and I see her that she's not with the guy, and my mind almost kind of also assumes that she's single and she's in the same position that I might. Where, oh yeah, she's obviously not talking to any guy. That she's actually single, right? But that's not the reality. The reality is, you know, maybe she is single, right? But not single and alone, right? Single as in maybe talking to a guy, or maybe meeting up with a guy or hooking up with a guy or whatever, right? It's like they're not, no one, very few other people are ever going to be truly, single and alone, and single and alone in this position, right? Where you really are single, right? Where it's like when I am truly 110% single. It's like I don't interact with other women, and like, oh yeah, I'm single, but I still text all these girls, or it's like, oh, that we meet up and whatever. It's like, oh yeah, we're just friends with benefit. It's like none of this stuff happens, right? That's like truly single that I haven't even spoken to, or even had like a platonic male female relationship ever, right? Or I guess in not in several decades, I guess. Yeah, but it really just goes to show how different life is. And even then, right? I probably should do another updated single and alone versus single, but there's just a huge difference between um, women and guys who can get attention and validation and they're single. Their life is still so much more different than that of a truly single and forever alone, true forced loneliness male, right? The guy, he truly is, like, I can say from personal experience, I truly am solo in everything I do, right? It's like, oh, I go to the store, it's just for me. Everything I do in my life is basically just dedicated just for me, right? There's no validation, right? Any coming from anywhere else, right? There's not like, oh yeah, I'm single and I do my things, but I still get attention or compliments or some form of attention, external validation from the opposite sex, even once a month, right? Because I think even once a month, or maybe once every few months, can be a decent amount. If you're an average guy, right? You'll still probably live off of that high for a while. But it's like, yeah, the last time I got a legitimate validation is, like I said, almost a year ago. Because end of March is when I first started texting my e-girlfriend, my ex-e-girlfriend, bro. And yeah, and it's not even like, so yeah, it's almost been a year, and it was only the one time in 30 years, and it's almost been a year now. So it's not like it's a common occurrence anyways. It's not like, oh bro, you just get it once a year. It's like, no, it's like once every 30 years, and I just got it once a year. And and the other bad part about, I guess, that is, and then I'll cut the video, that the way she gave me attention, right, and validation, it kind of set a benchmark where it's like, I know what true, at least temporary, genuine attraction feels like from a woman. When she'll give you true attention and validation, not bullshit validation that you have to work for or whatever. Like, I know how I would like to be treated in a relationship now. And it gave me I guess standards for a relationship, which I guess is not a good thing when you can't get anything, right? Because it just narrows the dating pool even furthermore. I'm not even talking about physical standards. I'm talking about just how they treat you standards, which I guess is even worse, right? Because how you get treated standards are even harder to get a hold of, because a lot of other I know a lot of people, a lot of women aren't going to want to respect an undesirable male, right? That's the unfortunate reality of life. And a lot of women aren't going to want to just be that clingy, needy girlfriend, to be honest, to an undesirable male. Maybe to an attractive guy, but it is what it is. I don't know. I just got reminded. I just got reminded that relationships are a normal part of life for other people, not for me though. So, little black pill reminder, cause yeah, I'm just gonna cut the video, cause like I said, I'm becoming a hot guy in here, cause it's like, I don't even know what it is. What is it? It's like 69 degrees. Ah, 69, bro. In February, or I guess it's not even February, because what is it? It's March now, the beginning of March. So I should be expecting this kind of stuff, right? So yeah, I'm sitting in a hot car, and a warm car, and I'm beginning to be a hot guy. Summer, hot guy for sure, right? When I sit in the car, I'll get nice and sweaty, and I'll be a hot guy, and then, oh bro, all the girls love you then, right? So yeah, that's kind of it for now. Later.